Loud. Okay, Nancy, you still are on mute if you. Okay, good.
So, so as you all know, Laura Budd has sadly moved just one town over, but unfortunately because of that, she is no longer, per the charter, allowed to serve as the chairman of the Parking Commission, which is disappointing, but she gave us some good couple of years and we're very appreciative of the time that she gave us. But having said that, while we look to finding a new chair, we do need to elect somebody as temporary chair this evening. I believe if we've got Jennifer Marley and Nancy on, so I'm wondering if someone would make a motion to elect someone as temporary chair this evening.
Can I make a motion to nominate Jen?
Okay, do we have a second?
Yes, I'll second that.
Great. Okay, all in favor? All
Aye.
right, Jen, you can vote for yourself. All right, so we have a temporary chair. We'll fill the spot permanently at some point, but right now we just needed to meet tonight. Stacy had mentioned that she had several appeals that needed to be heard and that kind of thing. So now that we have temporary chair, Jen, if you could ask for a motion to approve the minutes of the May 5th meeting.
Sure. Do I want to say the meeting of the Parking Commission on August 4th, 2022 is called to order?
Yep. Yeah.
And then I want to
Sure.
ask, is there a motion to approve the meeting minutes of May 5th, 2022?
All motion.
All in favor?
You have a second?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, excellent. Stacy?
Okay. Bob, has anybody else joined us for the appeals?
There is somebody just in the room, and Edith Mendoza.
Okay. So, hi Edith. Hello. Hi Edith, this is Stacy. So the way we usually do this is you get to speak about your appeal while you're appealing a ticket. The Parking Commission will hear your appeal. And then if there are anybody else that joins us, they will have a chance to have their appeal heard. And then after all of that is done, then what we will do is we will go over the appeals and make decisions. The Parking Commission will go over the appeals and make the decisions. You're more than welcome to stay while they go through all the appeals, or you can leave the meeting and I will notify you once the decision is made. Okay?
Edith, you have to take yourself off mute. On the screen,
On the top.
on the top, you see where the three dots are? Click on that so that you can unmute yourself.
Bob, you can also click and ask her to unmute.
Okay, I just clicked and asked you to unmute.
Now,
Okay, good.
Yes.
Now you're good.
thank you.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Thank you.
So you can go ahead, Edith, and explain why you are appealing the ticket.
Oh, okay, I'm working for the Spiegel, so right now I'm working now. So when I was when I was arriving in the morning, was a busy time, was a show in the parking lot. So I was arriving in the mornings, almost 8:30 in the morning. So in the Spiegel. So when I was talking to I will run my car around to the town. We don't have a park. So I talked to one I have a few 2 or 4 guys of the police, and I talked to is a permit to parking in the corner. So he said yes in the moments, but the day was when I explained, I sent my letter. I said that day was missing people in my job. We're missing people. We're busy all day, so we didn't get chance to move my car when the show was finished. So we stay working all day. It starts from 8 in the morning to 11:30 in the night. So that's when I was, my car was parked the whole day in the same on the street.
So basically, if you read the appeal, it seems like one of the police officers directed her to park in a certain area. That area happened to be a fire hydrant. And she parked there and she went to work and I guess got very busy, if I remember the appeal correctly, got very busy. What happened in the meantime is the police officer's shift changed and other officers came on. She was unable to move her car because the business was very busy, and she was ticketed for blocking a fire hydrant because that's exactly where she was parked.
Yeah, so I talked, when I talked to my boss, he signed my letter because he was agree, we missing the people and we working the crazy, that was very crazy that day. And, the night when I arrived to my car, so that my car I got my ticket, so the next day I explained to my boss, oh, I got ticket yesterday, he asked, so why you got ticket? Because my car was almost in according to the fire, and I didn't see it. The only was I asked to the captain, I parking there. Even my boss was parking on the street too, because he didn't find parking everywhere.
So basically, does anybody have any questions for Edith in regards to the ticket?
No.
And what time was it that you got there? You said that was the car show, was it Caffeine and Carburetors?
The car was start at 6 or 7:30 in the morning. I was start to work. I open in the morning. With the day I was open at 8:30 was start to open the restaurants. To set up all the tables. I had to set up all, clean the bar, everything. And that day, was very busy. Even I was busy because I think was, all people after the show with people come to lunch
Right.
and all these things. So that was I don't have time to move the car. Even nobody eat all day in the day because we're busy.
And you were
Busy.
there till 11 p.m. from,
Yes, I had I told when I was there I can get my screen, it'll be lunch and dinner at the day.
Oh, I
Because
see.
we're missing, we'll be lunch and dinner. So we start serving lunch in the morning and it's correct direct to the dinner too. So I didn't have not break to move even sometime, for example, in the mornings, I have to park my car in the town in the back, close to the library and walk to the restaurants. Sometimes, in the morning, I have to park my coming open and ask my boss, give me 1 second, has to move my car and bring back to the parking lot and walking. And the problem sometimes I don't like to park in there because in the midnight, is feeling scary to
Yeah.
walk all the parking lot because right now, the construction is it's not light.
yeah,
It is a little dark, Even today, I get funny because one of the parking, the lady who working, he said, don't worry, don't move the car. I don't want to work the rest of the day. You can stay there. You don't have to pay money. And she was laughing because I was almost trying to move. I said, no, give me 1 second. I'm in my car. It was very hot. So, for example, today I work in Doha. I have to go back to my chip because I told my boss, Leo, give me 1 second, Leo, because the last time the meeting was moving for today. And I asked my boss, Leo, I have to get meeting today, Leo, for my ticket. And he was surprised, again? Leo, yes, because the last time was canceled, Leo.
yeah.
Yeah, so I not excuse, because it's not reason to say be excuse not to move the car. The problem, when it's busy, I know right now I'm not parking in the corner in this street because it's my first time to get the ticket, and I know right now. So what is the exactly because. The car was not exactly on the corner, was a little close to the corner. And I think that's the happen.
Okay, so any other questions for Edith? Okay, Edith, so what normally happens is we're gonna go through the rest of the appeals. If anybody else is on, they will get to state their appeal. You're more than welcome to stay, but if you have to get back to work, I will definitely let you know what the parking commissioner's decision on the ticket was.
Thank you so much. So you want to send the email for the decisions?
Yes, that's what I will do. I will email it to you.
Thank you so much, and sorry, but I promise never again I want to be happen these situations. It's sometimes that's why my boss I told her I'm sorry, but I didn't know Leo the problem, Leo, that the time was very crazy busy. But
Yes,
thank you,
we
thank
understand.
you for having me. I
You're
appreciate your
welcome.
time.
You're
And
welcome.
God bless
Thank you.
everybody for staying.
Thank
We
you.
have a great
Thank
night. We'll
you.
let you know.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Has anyone else popped on, Bob?
Yes, Kevin Moynihan just came on.
Oh, any other appeal? Any other person appealing? that we
No,
know?
I don't have anybody else on here.
Okay, well, so I guess all of you have read all the appeals. Does anyone have any questions in regards to any of the appeals? You don't understand, you want a little bit better explanation for you to make a decision on? Anything that I could answer for you?
I do have a question about Jack.
Okay,
Jack, he says he's literally trying to pay for the parking spot when someone wrote a ticket for him. And then the report said that there was a longer period of time. Is that right?
yes. So
Okay.
first of all, he said he was trying to pay for his spot using Park Mobile, and we don't have Park Mobile, we have pay by phone. So I'm not sure
Okay.
what he was doing, but according to the officer, he was given plenty of time
Okay.
to pay for his spot,
Okay.
whether it was at a machine or on the app before his ticket was issued.
Okay, you answered my question. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Any of the other appeals?
There's no one else came on.
Okay, so this will be,
Yeah, no one else is on. No one else is in the
Stacy,
waiting room.
if they don't come on, they don't get to appeal? Is that how?
no, if they don't come on, that you make the decision based on what I send you. Their written appeal. They have, their written appeal is their word, and they have a backup to come on and explain it further to you guys. So
Got it.
basically, if they don't come on, you make your decision based on what they wrote in their appeal.
Do we need to talk about Angelique then?
Or you can talk about who, if you have any questions, or if you want to speak on any of the appeals, absolutely, you can discuss them.
I just, I read hers and the officer's report, and it seemed a little bit like two different stories, so I,
Did you see the picture?
the picture, yeah, I did. see the
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
I mean, and I feel very strongly about handicap spaces. I just want to be sure that,
She
Well,
says she was in the
I
car.
will, she said
she was in the car.
Yeah, and she wasn't. I will say that, you know,
Is this
she
the
wasn't in the
same?
car. It's, you know, I'm not allowed to go to past practices. We have to make decisions based on just these tickets, but she was not in the car at the time the ticket was issued. So, and you can see that by the picture.
Is this the same vehicle that was in front of that Organica kitchen a while ago, or no?
Yes, thank you. Yes.
I see.
So there's a tendency for a certain pattern.
Yep.
And you can clearly see that there's nobody in the car, I mean,
Right.
unless, well, wait a minute.
I don't know if it matters, Nancy, if there's somebody else in the car. She wasn't handicapped.
Right, no, I get it. Although she's saying that somebody was blocking her vehicle. It actually looks like somebody's in the front seat. But it's a handicap spot and, you know, that's the issue. If you blow it up, it does look like there's somebody sitting in the front seat.
I don't have the picture in front of me. Does anyone agree with Nancy? It looks like someone's sitting in the front seat. No.
Well, oh, I can't.
Okay.
I mean, I can share if you want, but,
But again, I think she was the one who's stating she was the driver. If anyone was in the front seat, if I remember, wasn't her.
no,
She
she's
said
in the
something about
drive.
children.
There's somebody sitting in the driver's seat, at least as I'm looking at this picture. Sitting in the left-hand
okay.
front seat. So, you know, do we have any corroboration that the parking violations person was blocking her car?
Yeah, she was not blocking the car. She was writing the ticket. The officer, you saw the officer's report with it.
Define the officer's report. There wasn't in the email
I sent it, it had to
Okay,
be
so
separate. The officer was not. I just sent it, when did she come back? Tuesday, through an email.
okay, this is, right.
It was a separate email to all of you.
I see it. Yep.
At one point, but again, it's not in the appeal, but I thought children were in the car at the time, so maybe that's what you're seeing. I don't believe any other driver was there.
If anybody had, you know, maybe they moved into the front seat to, I don't know, fiddle with the radio or something. But if anybody wants to see the picture, I'm happy to share my screen.
I thought I attached the picture.
Yeah, you
You-
did. I'm not sitting.
Oh,
I'm not looking at the picture right now because I don't have my computer up, but I looked at it, whether there's someone that is in the driver's seat or not, she's not handicapped. She shouldn't be in the handicap. She said she was in the car. She obviously was not in the car. So for me, there's no, I don't question whether we should give her a ticket or not at this point.
All right, well,
all right, and any other questions on any of the other appeals? More than welcome to answer anything. Right, so basically we'll go through them and Jen, you would have to make a motion to see
Sure.
who upheld and who wants to void. So Arthur Berkman.
Do you vote to uphold?
So you don't have to make a motion yet.
Wait,
Just Jennifer, just ask, how many vote in favor
Oh, I'm sorry.
of,
how many in favor to uphold? Wait, let me just get my list again. We're gonna do it in order, is that right?
Yeah,
How many people vote to uphold Arthur Berkman's ticket? Okay,
three uphold.
how many people uphold to Jack
Jack.
Hagan's ticket?
I'm
Okay,
just looking again real quick. Okay.
Okay.
How many vote to uphold Edith Mendoza's ticket?
I mean, it's a little puzzling. She was there from 6:00 something to AM till 11:00 something PM. That's a really long day to not go back outside. That being said, if it's corroborated by her boss and she was instructed to park there by the early morning policeman who was, monitoring the cabinet and carburetors, and she took the time to appeal after a second, after the first cancellation, I'm inclined to have a heart.
I'm inclined to void the ticket.
Yeah.
Okay,
Perfect. 3 to
I'll-
void.
us,
3 to void.
3 to
okay.
void.
How many vote to uphold Glazelle Montano's ticket? She's the one that parked in front of Starbucks.
Bravo.
Nance, did you see the picture?
No, I'm sorry. I have to refresh my addled memory. And I have about 27 screens open here, so. Edith Giselle's.
A lot of people park in that spot. I was there on Sunday and literally they were fighting for that spot. It
Right,
was
right,
ridiculous.
right. Yep.
As someone who walks there a lot,
It's bad. It's bad. When I was there, some guy left his 3-year-old in the car and went in for about 10, 15 minutes. He left his 3-year-old in the car, in her car seat, with the car running
Wow.
in that spot.
But I don't see any, I mean, I don't see any marks,
She's on the sidewalk,
He's
Nance.
on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
He's like full on the sidewalk.
right. Okay. I uphold that.
Okay. Angelique Pesce. Who votes to uphold that ticket?
I do.
Who votes to uphold Jose Suero's ticket? Okay. Everyone
We have
vote for who
3, I'm
wants
sorry.
to void. Who wants to void his ticket? Anybody? Just me?
The 2 to uphold, 3 to 1 to void.
I want to void.
This
You
is
guys know.
Jose.
He's
It's weird.
also somebody who's working in a restaurant, long
Right.
hours, couldn't get out in time. I sort of feel like we want to have people work in our restaurants. We got to cut them a break. I mean, it's just,
Jen, may I just say one thing in regard to him?
Yep.
He has been offered a free permit in the locust lot.
yeah,
He chose to use coins to make a payment because he came in to speak to
Right.
me, so I can speak on this.
okay,
He chose to use coins, okay? He doesn't want to use a credit card. He doesn't want to use the pay by phone app, which is just fine. He doesn't have to. He doesn't
Maybe he
even have
doesn't.
to take the free permit. Okay, but if he chooses to use coins, he needs to have the coins available and not run into the store and then go get change and come back. Okay, and that's what he explained to me happened.
okay,
And then he said he couldn't pay because there was a coin that blocked the machine. Well, there was nothing. I had it
Right.
checked
right.
in my back office and I had it checked by the officer. But again, just to give you the facts and I just want to give you all the facts to make a good decision.
Is this his first ticket?
No,
Okay, that kind of changes things for me.
and the last,
Who would like to vote to uphold this ticket?
I'll uphold it.
Okay. Ann Tang,
Xiang,
yes.
you spoke to her, Stacy, and she agreed to go on the wait list.
correct. And as you can see by the emails, I have an email correspondence between the two of us that I explained the whole thing about the priority deferral wait list. She said, okay, please put me on there. And she was supposed to, and she knew she was going to reinstate it when she had to commute. And she did not and parked and got a ticket and then wrote that nobody notified her and she knew nothing about the priority list and was not informed about it. And I have the communication, as you see, I attached it.
Yep.
Okay.
Who would like to vote to uphold this ticket? Anybody? I mean, I sort of feel like it's night and day, but if you want to cut her a break, that's okay with me, but I sort of feel like it's sort of cut and dry. Nance?
I mean, the emails are here, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? And the truth is, it would have
Uh-oh, where'd she go?
Uh-oh.
cost her
Nancy,
$497 to buy the
Nancy, you
year-long ticket, and she
froze.
got a ticket, and it's $25 ticket, right? Oh, sorry. Can you see me now?
Yep.
Yes.
No? Yes. Sorry. I did uphold it.
Okay. All in favor of upholding, once again, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Okay, who votes to uphold the ticket for Analia Valerie? Amelia, is it Amelia? It's Amelia?
I think
Yeah,
it's
it was
Anelia.
very,
Ane-
very
Ane-
hard. I'm sorry. It was very hard to decipher what she wrote. I did the best I can.
Yeah, I didn't see the sign or, I don't know, working in Taylor.
So again, has been offered a free permit. Chooses to park on the street, which we cannot stop. But
First
again,
ticket, Stacy?
No.
Okay,
not at all.
Okay, let's uphold.
everyone who'd like to uphold. Vote. Okay. All right, Stacy, I think we're done.
Perfect. Thank you for that. The next,
Old business? We have old business? Yes.
well, it's just an update. The old business, it's really quick. The last meeting we had, this is just to update you guys that the Board of Selectmen at their July 26th meeting voted to approve the commuter permit renewal fees. They're keeping it as it was last year. That would be $663.62 for the lumberyard and $504.10 for both Talmadge and Richmond Hill. And non-residents are also allowed to get permits at Talmadge Hill, and we're keeping that at $504.10. So basically,
Why
that-
those numbers? Why 50410? Just curious.
So because back in January of 2020, the Connecticut state implemented a 6.35% sales tax. So the base rate for the lumberyard is 624 and Talmadge and Richmond is 474. When you add the 6.35% sales tax, for the lumberyard, it's 39.62, and for Talmadge and Richmond, it's $30.10. So that's how you come out to those odd numbers.
And we can't round up to the nearest dollar? I mean, they approved it. I'm just saying that I think it's odd.
In the future, you guys could absolutely vote
Now
on.
Stacy's frozen.
Am I? Oh, hi. Sorry. In the future,
You're frozen.
absolutely, you guys can vote on whatever you want and
Okay.
however you want to do it. If you want to make it a round number, as long as it's absorbing the 6.35% sales tax, absolutely.
Okay. Okay, great. I'm
What
glad.
am I recalling from, didn't we have a discussion at one of our earlier meetings this year where Laura thought she was going to go back and advocate for a low? Did anything, I don't have the minutes in front of me, but does anybody ever recall anything like that?
No.
I remember her saying she thought there should be a lower fee given the availability. Something along those lines.
I'll
Oh,
go back.
yes, that
Right.
was for the non-residents.
Oh, okay, that's right. That was
It
for the
was for the
people coming.
non-resident. Yes, you guys did
okay.
lower it. And then actually
Right.
the Board of Selectmen voted to even lower it more and make it what the resident permit is.
Oh, okay, so that did go
Yes,
through?
yes. And that's
Okay,
what,
great.
like I said, the Board of Selectmen made it even lower.
Okay, super. So, so all we have to do is vote that we agree with the, you know, amendment to the annual fee in these two commuter lots. Is
No,
it
you
not?
don't need to vote on anything.
Yeah, you don't need to vote on it. This is just to.
Oh, okay.
It was just information.
Right.
And so just wanted to let you guys, you all know. And the last bit is there's just a few other issues just to update you with. The first one is that the commuter permit applications were mailed out on July 29th. They're for the 2022-2023 permit year. Basically, it all went well, and I'm starting to get renewals into the office. I'm finding that a lot of people who were active permit holders last year are now choosing to go on the deferral priority list for the one more year that we're offering it to them. People are either renewing or going on the deferral list, and we're moving ahead very well. And the second bit of information that in line with the commuter permits is there is a press release that is going out shortly. And it's just to give some information in regards to commuter parking and the commuter permits for the 2022-23 permit year. Basically, in brief, it just states that we have 3 commuter lots, Lumberyard, Richmond Hill, and Talmadge Hill. Permits are available at Talmadge Hill only, but if you want to, you can also go on a wait list for the Lumberyard and Richmond Hills. It is $10 to go on the wait list, and we can absolutely add their names to the wait list. All they have to do is notify me and email me, and I will get that going for them. The press release also indicates those fees that I just gave you on what the lots would be. It gives them back information to the existing permit holders that the current permit year will start on September 1st. It'll go through August 31st of 2023, and people can still go on that priority list for another year if they choose to, if they're not using their permits currently. It notifies new commuters that permits are available at Talmadge Hill, and if they want one, just to contact me. It also states that if people are a daily commuter, they are not going in frequently, they do not need a permit. What they can do for daily parking, they can utilize the paid daily spaces. It explains where they are, and also boxcar. So that's a brief overview on what's going out. Sorry.
Me? Yeah, because people are freezing. It could be my internet. Can you hear me? 'Cause
Yeah, we can hear you.
everybody's frozen on my screen. Okay, because you were breaking up for me,
I'm sorry.
Nancy, I think you're having an issue with your internet.
able to hear.
It's the one,
You're frozen right now.
we're seeing it frozen here.
For Stacy?
So too,
Stacy's
I
frozen?
can't,
No, no, I think I'm good.
No,
Yeah, I
Nancy
hear you,
says-
Stacy.
Did everybody get it, or except Nancy?
Yes.
And
I-
Stacy, just to update you, the press release has gone out.
Oh,
Today.
okay. Thank you. So that was what was in the press release that was released today. And that's all I have for everyone. If Nancy comes back on and she wants me to say it again, I certainly will. But I'm going to pass this on to Bob, because Bob would like to explain a new program that the town is working on.
Okay.
Okay.
And also, by the way, on your press release, it's on the news of the website. So if you go to newcanaan.info, it's up there with all the information. And we took advantage of the opportunity this year for the renewals that we're working with a company, Noble House Media, who has a software program that really is very efficient, and it accomplishes what we're trying to do with developing databases for our various groups. We piloted this year our transfer station, and we uploaded all of the emails and customer information for everyone who bought a transfer pass last year. And we registered them online in a much more efficient manner and a way to pay much more efficient. We then piloted the parking permits, and we're able to put what are called tags on each database, or multiple tags. So for each of the parking people, we have a tag on there as a parking permit, and we have a tag for the specific lot that they go to. So now Stacy can communicate with people for a specific lot for whatever reason we want to, if there's construction going on, etc. Or she can send a blanket email to all of the parking people, perhaps around holiday time or an impending weather event, something of importance to the people. So we're really pleased with it. We're learning the system right now. And at some point, we may be able to even do the payments. The difference between the two databases that we're working with is the parking is tied in with the vendor who provides all the software for the cameras and all that reads the license plates there. So we're pretty happy with the way it went last week. Stacy got lots of phone calls as it was directed. And then she's updating her system, which is a little bit different than the other transfer one.
So this is a proprietary app that they developed, that this is the Noble, the people down
Right.
there again?
Right, they have it for their other customers, and we're working closely with them. They're working it for our needs, and we're going back and forth, fine tuning and changing it. So
Yeah, Nancy, this is Tucker. This is an ongoing effort that Kevin's been trying to accomplish this for the last couple of years, but basically to have an email address for every single resident, every single household
Right,
in New Canaan, so that we can communicate if there's a, whatever it is. And that's why this system is so nice, is because we can really,
Right.
make it unique to each, whatever if they're a
Sounds
dog
great.
owner, that kind of thing. So we're
Right,
getting
yeah.
close.
it sounds
Well,
really good. I'd
we're
like to
also
see more.
able to, we're tagging each person that's entered in there, we're tagging them by their street name, so that we can even use this for further development of public works, if they want to communicate if work's
Mhm.
going on their street, it's et cetera. So as we get more and more on here, it'll be very well received.
Right,
The important issue is keeping these databases updated, because even in a small town like this, there's a lot of dynamics of people moving in and out and all around. And a system like this, we're able to update information much faster.
that's cool. I had a question that might have been covered or not when I was having my technical issues, and it could be related as well to this app. But, with more and more people going in a hybrid work environment, some, going in 2 days a week, 3 days a week, has there ever been any consideration to somebody sharing a parking pass at the lumberyard or at any of the other commuter lots? And I don't know how even the economics would flush out, but I think if you were doing this app, you could see that if I was going to split, an annual parking permit with somebody, because I only needed half of the week and they only needed half of the week, then that might make sense.
I
Stacy,
think-
correct me if I'm wrong, but haven't we in the past done that with some of the employee passes? If someone worked like Monday, Wednesday, Friday in a store, somebody else was
Yeah.
Tuesday, Thursday, they could share the
Yeah.
pass. both cars can't be there at the same time. The
Right.
License plate
Same
reader will
time.
pick up on that.
Right,
Correct, and a lot of couples that commute are
Mhm.
now using that option, where they had to get separate passes because they were commuting both at the same time. Now, because one is commuting 2 days a week and the like, let's say husband, wife are commuting a certain 2 days a week, and the other spouse is commuting the other 2 days a week, they're sharing a permit. So I'm finding that as well. We've never had two separate people from two different households share a permit. I'm not sure how that would work, but we have not had that. But we have had in the past where employees shared permits, or now husbands and wives who are not commuting the full week sharing a permit.
But with
I
the
think what would be
communication that we
problematic-
sent out to all of the, with the communication that we sent out to all of the permit holders and what we sent out in the press release is we were informing people, if your circumstances have changed where you commute infrequently, you have the ability to buy a daily pass, and it's very efficient through your phone, whether it's Boxcar, whether it's our pay by phone. So that's accomplishing what you're suggesting somewhat, Nancy.
Well, isn't it though then relegated to a different lot? You know, the specific boxcar lot or the, you know, a separate location?
Well, you can buy Boxcar at Talmadge Hill or St. Aloysius Church, 1 block
Right.
away. The pay by phone and the pay per day is available at the respective lots.
Oh, at all of them. So the lumber,
Yeah.
if I had
Yeah.
a pass at the lumber yard for years and years, and, you know, I'm still unclear about what my schedule is going to be. So I go put on that list like the other lady just did. Then I still have the option to pay daily.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And I
And
think,
then-
Nancy, the reason why that might be problematic is you and I want to share a pass, you know, and I get it Monday, Wednesday, and you're using it Tuesday, Thursday. You know, one day it's going to change and you're going to go in on a Wednesday,
Right.
and then both cars are going to be there at the same time, and then you guys going to get tickets. And,
Yeah.
So I think the daily option is probably the better way to go.
So I think we've
So
covered
if there's no
everything.
further business,
Right.
Jennifer just needs to call for a
Call for
motion to adjourn.
to adjourn this meeting at, what time is it?
7:45.
7:45.
7:45.
All in
Meeting.
favor? Say
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you September 5th. Is that the next meeting?
September